Alright, Cornelius Nepos, part 3. Moreover, he, the way he was conducting himself, garabating himself, sicut, they're the correlatives, was thus that, equally he seemed to the principesses, the leaders, and the lowly of the community. These all go together. Quo, by which factum est came to pass that to him all the honours which were possible, they were desirous to make him a citizen, and all these honours they had, looks like they were going to bestow on him publicly. Quo beneficium, in the ablative, no, he didn't want, that's him, he didn't want to use, which takes the ablative, he didn't want to take up on these benefits or these good things which they were going to give to him, because non nullae, which means some people, they interpret it as thus, that you would lose your Roman citizenship if you are skitted earlier, if you were accepted somewhere else, so you couldn't have dual citizenship. So if he became a citizen of Athens, he would lose his Roman citizenship. So, 2, quam dei, for as long as at Fort he was there, he resisted this little clause that there should be a statue placed up for him there. When he was absent, he was not able to prohibit this being done. Itaque, and so, aliquot indeclinable, several, to himself, they placed statues in their most locus sanctissimus, the most holy places, and for his wife, looks like, Fidei. Enim, for the accusative him, in all procurations or rulings and things done of their republic in Athens, they haberented him. They considered him an actor or someone who motivates things in their procedures, and an auctor, someone who assists. 3, igitur, therefore, adverb primum, first of all, this was a gift of fortune or fate, that into this most powerful city, that he was natus, he was born in this herb, these look in with the ablative here, potissimum is an ablative, into which is the domicile or the house of all the world of the empire, so I guess it's Rome. He was born in the Roman Empire, which rules the world, and he had the same as his patria, his homeland, and his domum, his home. This specimen of wisdom, which or that, when he contulicid himself into this other city, it looks like maybe this is Athens, or it could be Rome, but usually the herb is referred to as Rome, and civitatum's for other cities, which praestaret, or which are head above, or which are greater than all the others in antiquity, humanity, and doctrine. So I guess he's blessed he was born in Rome, but he contulted himself, or took himself into this other city, which Athens has an older history, antiquity, and they have a lot of philosophers and doctrine, etc. Okay, he was one most dear, he was to them, to the Athenians. 4, Huck here in Athens, Sulla, when he was leaving from Asia, when he venisited here to Athens, and for as long as he was there, secum habuit, with himself he had Atticus Pompeius. He was captivated by both the humanity and the doctrine of this young fellow. In Daily Dictionary, auctor that we saw before, that's where we get author from, can generally mean as someone who's a supporter, so Athens saw him as a bit of a supporter. There's a few lines ago. Anyway, 4, he spoke in Greek, ita ut, thus so that it would seem he was born in Athens. Vidator means it seems. However, such was the sweetness of his Latin sermon, of his Latin speaking, that it appeared that in him there was a quendam, which is certain, native charm, which was not a schism, which hadn't been learned. So when he spoke Greek, you would think he was an Athenian, but he spoke Latin so well, you could tell that it was natural to him and not learnt. Okay, skedum is passive, could be used for adoption and other things as well. Item. Likewise, he pronounced his poems et Greek and et Latin, in both Greek and Latin, it ut or sic ut, thus in a way that in addition to it, nothing could be able to be added to it. It was so good in Greek and Latin that I guess you didn't need to edit or add things. Quibus rebus with these things. It happened that Sulla never wanted to dismiss him from himself, and he was desiring to lead him with him, to take him with him. Qui, that'd be Sulla, when he attempted to persuade him, Atticus Pompeius said, "Noli, don't, I beg you. Have me go against those. Don't want me to go against those people who I left Italy, lest against you I should have to bear arms." So these other people had asked him to go against Sulla, and he didn't want to, so he left Italy. But Sulla, I guess he didn't get angry, with some this sense of duty applauded or praised all the gifts which were to him, which he had accepted in Athens. When he was proficiscating, when he was setting out, he ordered these to be given to the young man. So I've had this praising of the duty of the young man, and the gifts were given to him. Here, I guess at Athens, for many years he Maraudist. He stayed there, or lingered, and tantum quantum correlatives here. So he should give his work, Ray family probably means his material substance, his wealth, and etc., such as he ought to give, as a paterfamilias, that's the head of a household. We saw there was a statue to his wife, so he had a wife, maybe had kids. He was not indiligent and did the things he ought to, and he gave attention from his own wealth while he was here. And in all the remaining time, what did he do? Either to letters, or he gave to the public interest, or the Republic of Athens. So he was involved with his family and gave his older life, maybe when he got older, to letters, and continued on with the Republic. Nihil minus, two words or one. Nonetheless, he preceded, or he gave his official urbana, looks like, so compared to ending his life there in Athens, he still did urbana things, which would be the city of Rome. His duties to Rome he did to his friends. For also, he came, it looks like, when they were having their committees, which is their elections, and if there was a res, which was a major act, a very important act going on in Rome, he wasn't deferred, he wasn't lacking. Just as to Cicero, in all his pericles, in all his danger, he offered a singular amount of faith or reliance. He was reliable. Dative cui, fugentai, to the guy fleeing from his homeland. So Cicero, he was fleeing Italy, it looks like. He donated to him, HS is sesterces, ducenta and quadrugenta, 250,000 sesterces he gave to Cicero when he was in danger. However, moreover, with the tranquility of these rebuses settled, things calmed down, he remigrated. It goes together, ablative absolute. He remigrated to Rome. As we saw, he left Athens. They must have built that statue when he left. As I think, when L. Cotta and L. Torquato were consuls, he went back to Rome. Whom, when he was disceding, when he was leaving, thus all the universal citizens, or the city of Athens, they prosecuted him, they accompanied him or went with him a ways, so that they could indicate their dolour or grief of their missing him in the future. That's it.